Okay, well, good morning. Today is April the 11th, 2023. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. We're at the Compton Trailhead, and today we're going to do the Hemmed-In Hollow and hopefully the Sneed Creek Loop on it. We're here at the trailhead, and this is the entrance to the horse trail that goes down to Sneeds Creek. Ideally, that is the way we will come out. And of course, the sign here does warn you of the amount of gradient you are dealing with on this trail. So you will be doing some climbing, especially coming back out. It'll feel bad. But here's the main entrance to the main part of the Hemmed-In Hollow Trail. You could do this as an out and back without doing the loop. And it says it's 2.5 miles to Hemmed-In Falls. So because of the distance of this hike today, probably a little over 9 miles total, I'm going to just be filming segments of it as we go through, and then I'll put it together into something. Hopefully that is at least watchable. As it's starting about right at 8 o'clock, so we'll see how it goes today. It will be a nice long day, I'm sure. Supposed to be really nice today. Sunshiny all day. Wind's only about 5 miles an hour. The high is supposed to be about 74. So just a perfect day for a hike like this. It's been, about 5 or 6 days since our last big rain. So hopefully the falls are still flowing fairly well today. And the trail has had a little bit of time to dry out in spots. This can be kind of a wet trail in areas, especially over on the horse trail coming back up. Of course, if we make the loop I want to do today, the whole Sneed Creek loop, we'll be crossing Sneed Creek, I think 6 or 7 times. So we will get wet. But hopefully Sneed Creek has had time to run down just a little bit and not be too high today. It's going to be a little hard to see through the timber, but you begin to get a look out across the Buffalo River Valley down here. Still pretty much leaf off time down in this part of Arkansas. Up close to where I live, up a little more north and east of here, the trees are budding out pretty good. These are just starting to, so we should get some good views as we go. Okay, that's the entrance to the trail. I'll shut the camera off for a little while here until we hit something more to show you. And here comes the first part on the downhill side into the hollow of the steps down as we drop off. A little muddy in through here. There's still some spring water or something running, so you got to be a little careful on the steps. All right, made it down the first section of steps. Of course, it's a lot easier going down them. If you come back out this way, those will be a little harder going uphill. And another section of steps. Since it's only a couple miles down to the level of the falls, you drop off pretty quickly. right. Now that gives you a shot of what it's like going down. I'll turn the camera off for a little while here. Okay, well, since I stopped filming, we've gone down, I guess I'd call them 2 more full flights of steps and maybe 1 half flight. We've come down here to a trail junction, okay? There is a sign over here, and it says that the bench trail goes left to right, Sneeds Creek is to the right, and Hindem Hollow is to the right, and then it looks like we'll make a turn shortly. If you can see that from here, we'll try and get just a little closer. Here you go. So, we will go this way. That little trail junction we hit right after the sign, there was a trail that took off to the right. I think that goes back up to the horse trail. But when you hit that little junction, just stay to the left. This is the main trail down to the falls. Okay, well, you can see what the trail looks like ahead for a ways, so I'll shut the camera off and pick it up in a little bit. Okay, thought I'd pick up the trail again here. You can see we've got a pretty good downhill grade ahead of us. Since I last turned the camera off, I believe I have counted 6 flights of stairs, however you want to designate those. So that's in addition to the ones I filmed at the start and the count I gave you earlier when I turned the camera back on. So lots of steps. And I guess after that one, you can add 1 more to the total. It's just informative for you that you have, going back up this route, there's, what, we probably counted 8 now or so flights of steps to go back up. So be aware, take your time, be ready for them. Okay. And then I get a few like this that are a little bit trickier. There we go. That's the safest way to do that one. All right, made it down those. Okay, you can see the trail ahead, so I'm going to shut the camera off for a while, pick it up again in a little bit. Here we come up on a little campsite view area before we head on down the trail here. I don't know what kind of picture we'll get. Again, GoPros have lots of strengths, but distance shots are not one of them. You can see part of the hollow over there where the falls will be. I can hear something running over there. I just don't think I can see it, but you can tell looking at the skyline how much we've dropped. So yeah, we're getting close to the turnoff to go back to the falls. For those of you that may have observed it and wondered why, when I use a single hiking pole, I switch from hand to hand every so often. And I try and do it behind my back, because otherwise it all happens in front of the camera lens when I'm filming. Okay, here's California Point Junction, I believe. Gets its name from the ridge behind us. Well, I take that back. This is not the junction, I don't believe yet. No. We've still got a little bit ways to go to get to the junction. Yeah. We may have a good view out across the valley here, though. Yeah. Well, again, leaf starting to come on. That's the advantage of coming during the winter when the trees haven't leafed out yet. Okay, well, we'll go on. I'll set the camera off for now and pick it up later. Well, I'm down in a little gully here. Looks like we're going to go up and across here in a minute. But I want to let you know that I'm not quite at California Junction, and it's taking me right at an hour, just about an hour and 5 minutes to get down here. So we'll keep trucking, keep filming. Okay. I'll turn the camera back on as we approach what is truly California Junction. So, falls, 0.7 miles to the left, back up to the trailhead. The way we came in is 1.8. And they don't have a sign for Sneed here. So, but this is the trail that goes on over to Sneeds Creek. So, we will turn and head over to the falls. See what the trail kind of looks like, and I'll pick it up later. And a nice set of boulders that have tumbled down in here. I'll leave the camera on for a few minutes as we work our way back to the falls here. Okay, you can see ahead. Just shut it off for a little while here. Well, big ravine that comes down out of the Hemmed-In Hollows area. Looks like the water's pretty low today. I'll leave the camera on for a few minutes here. We should be getting pretty close. Okay, a little bit of a climb down here. Not sure the best way to do this. Okay. There. Okay. Almost be glad going back the other way. Get to use my uphill muscles for a while. Downhill muscles are getting tired. Okay, well, I'll turn it off till we get close to the falls. Okay, thought I'd turn this on real quick just to show you this trail junction we're coming up on here. The trail to the right goes down to the Buffalo River, used primarily by people floating the river to stop there and come on up to the falls. Okay. Downstream from Hidden Hollow, we got a couple nice little waterfalls going. Big one over there. And a littler one right there. Yeah, trail goes over that way. Okay, get closer to Hemden Hollow. There's another waterfall downstream. We should be pretty close now. Okay, well, we're here. I'm going to watch this little ledge here. It's wet and weedy. I suspect you could slip pretty easily on it. Got a little fall going on here in front of us. All right. Okay, there we go. Not flowing too hard today. Way up there. 209 feet. If you feel like it, you can get up there on that ledge and go around behind the falls. I'm not going to today. I got a long ways to go. So we made it. I'm going to sit down for a few minutes, take a break before we start back. Okay, so pretty short break. One last look at the falls before we leave. 209 feet. Tallest waterfall between the Appalachians and the Rockies. Okay, we're going to head back to the trail junction and then hopefully head on over to Sneeds Creek. Okay, well, we're back at California Point. Took me about 25 minutes to get back here. More uphill than I realized. So, I gotta make a choice. Go back up the way we came, or go over and go up Sneeds Creek. It's 10:15. I'm gonna go and try Sneeds Creek. I may not get down here again this year. So we're gonna take the trail this way. You come past the junction, go over the little ridge, and the trail comes up to the right here. And then there's a spot, there's a cutoff down, and there's a zigzag down to Sneeds Creek. I think this is it. We're going to try it and find out. It's not readily marked, and this is the area where the people are coming and going. This is an area they seem to have trouble in. So we're going to give this a shot and see if this is it. Okay. Well, looks like I hit it. Okay. Well, that's the part you got to watch for coming and going, because it's easy to miss. Took me about 40 minutes from the falls to get to there. I'm not trying to set any speed records. I got a long ways to go. Just trying to keep a nice pace. At least they did build a few switchbacks here, so it's not straight down anyhow. Okay. Well, I set the camera off before I figured out how to get around this big boy. Okay, well, thought I'd film just a little bit here, coming back down the spur trail from Hemington Hollow to Sneeds Creek and Buffalo River. Got some good bluffs along here, and we got Sneeds Creek over here to the right. There we go. Looks pretty good. Not flowing too fast, so all the crossings ought to be okay. Speaking of the crossings, here's our first one. All right. All right. Well, I'll pick up the trail on down here. We'll get to the buffalo. Well, here we are at the junction of Sneeds Creek and Buffalo. It's been, I left Hemden Hollow at 9:50. It's now 9:46 or 10:46, so just say an hour to get over to here. All right. Well, we got to go up here, catch the trail that goes up to Granny Henderson's. So we'll let her go from now and go up the old river trail. Well, this is the trail from the Buffalo up toward Granny Henderson's cabin. The only bad thing about it is through the years it has got beaten down. But other than that, not too bad. Uphill a fair amount. Okay. I'm gonna have to look and see where I'm at. Okay, at that little trail junction where I turned left, I double checked that was the correct thing to do. So we're going up a last little bit of hill here. But I can see Granny Henderson's cabin up ahead. So we'll stop and take a break there. Wow. All right. I'll get some film of that in a minute. Right now I need to take a break. Okay. Okay. Well, let's go. Yeah. Back this way. Okay. Wow. Yeah, what a lifestyle. And we think we had it bare bones today. Okay. Well, I got here about 11:03. I left the trailhead at 8:01. So right at 3 hours to get here. I sat back for about 10 minutes or so and ate a little bit, drank a little water, and then sat back for about another 5 minutes just to get my wind back real good, and then take off on up Sneeds Creek. There's the trail we came up, and the trail we're going to leave on is over here to this side of the cabin. Look up Granny Smith sometime. Quite a story living down in here at that day and time. Well, we've got a little ways to go, but we're not doing too bad. We will have a number of creek crossings coming up. I'll probably be filming most of those if we hit a few waterfalls. Otherwise, the trail of it itself, probably not so much. It looks about the same as everything else you've seen today. So anyhow, I'm going to go on and shut the camera off, get to hiking, and turn it back on when we get to see something. Hey, looks like we got our first crossing of Sneeds coming up here on the way back upstream. Oh, that feels good. All right, well, I got over the top of my boots a couple places. Okay, on up the trail. Okay, got another Sneeds Creek coming up here. I believe this is the section called Rocky Bottom, which is a huge slab of stone that the creek runs across. If I remember right, if you stay over kind of to the right, I think the trail takes off to the right up here. Wow. A massive rock feature. You can see Sneeds Creek over there. Yeah, look, here's the trail. Well, I'm going to take a couple minutes here, so I'll start filming again in a little bit. Okay, we're approaching the creek again here. I want to come off here just a little bit. Like to get a look at the waterfalls here in the creek. Really a nice area. Pretty butterfly. Don't know if you can catch a glimpse of him there. Okay, so I'm going to shut the camera off for a little bit till we get something else to look at. Another shot of Sneeds Creek. Got some good flow going there. Okay, one of the scenic things, I guess, some old cars along the trail. Don't know how long they've been there. I sure would have had a heck of a time towing them out of here. Well, I think I was incorrect on prior segment. I don't think that was where the three creeks join, and there was another crossing coming up to the left-hand side that I forgot to turn the camera on for. So we're now on the left-hand side of the creek. And I think there's one more crossing to get back over to the right and start up the hill. Okay, well, turn the camera off for a few minutes here. Okay, got a big campsite here. And we have another old car. And then up here, we had a very nice fall. Clear across the creek almost. Really nice. Okay, I'm going to take a break for a couple minutes here. Start again on the other side. Another nice waterfall and basin here along the creek. Got another crossing here. Start above a little fall. Okay, turn it off for a while. Okay, finally get it right here. This is the final crossing of the creek. I made it across, forgot to turn it on. So I'm on the other side of the creek now. Now we start uphill. So this will be a long, slow process. It's about 12:30 now. So we're just going to plod. Okay, I'm taking a break. Going up the hill here. And I thought I would take just a short shot of what the trail looks like going up. This is coming up away from the creek. You can still hear the stream back behind me, but we're probably about halfway up, I would guess. So we've still got some pretty steep stuff coming up before it levels off. But anyhow, we're working our way up, but thought I'd give you a little shot of what it looks like. All right, we're finally back at the trailhead. From the last crossing on the creek to here, it's taken me 3 hours and 15 minutes to get up that hill. I'm exhausted.